if someone were to come to you, and likely they have in the past 2 years, but if someone came to you and they were, they're really questioning, you know, is it worth it? Do I get into it? Is it a fit for my farm? What are some of the things that you would share with that curious grower on See Spray? Again, some of your successes, some of the learning curves, but essentially, what would you do to calm their nerves and say, hey, it's probably a fit?
I think the first thing I would maybe say to them is, did you feel the same about auto steer in the early 2000s or 2000 teens, right in there? And odds are the answer is probably yes. People didn't see how a self-driving combine or tractor, it's not self-drive, that makes it sound like autonomous, but people didn't see how's this going to pay. And, I would say See Spray is done to spraying what auto steer did to driving to seeding your crops and combining it. The ability to use See Spray has really made my daily spraying activities a lot easier. There's less of a demand on the people running my water trailer. There's less of a chemical consumption. There's less demand on me trying to mentally figure out what we're doing and worrying about our chemical programs and stuff like that. So that's one of the first things I would point out to somebody, that this See Spray is to spraying what auto steer was to driving your tractor and your combine when that first came out. So yeah, there's some hesitation, but it's here for the future. The consumer of foods wants less and less chemicals sprayed on their food. I know as a farmer, I feel the same way. The least amount that can be sprayed out there, the better. And this is a way to do it. So it's good technology. It's good for everybody in agriculture, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point there that often some may not think about. So obviously there's the product savings, but you talk about the efficiency gains, the labor shortage, help, I guess, where your tender truck isn't running as much water constantly because you're not using as much product. You're saving money because you're not buying as much chemistry or putting as much chemistry down. So there's a lot of different components to it, not just what we were seeing in the field and kind of talking about on the front side of this.